Welcome back to the Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. It's your boy Slider Guy.
Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo.
And we got a special guest. So we got to kind of collab today, you know what I'm saying? She got her own podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us about yourself and your podcast.
My name is Diamond B. Frazier, and I host a podcast called the Kickback DMV.
Kickback DMV. Make sure I go check that out.
Tell them your socials and where they can find you also.
You can find me on Instagram at Diamond B as in boy Frazier, and you can find me also at the Kickback DMV.
Alright, so let's tell us a little bit about your podcast. What do you do on there? Is there like a specific routine you go through? Like, what is it about?
That's a good question. So I typically will get to know the artist behind the art. So a lot of people, want to talk about their music or what it is that they're promoting, stuff like that. And I feel like there are a lot of platforms already for that. So I want to know more so of like how you think about different topics, like, how you feel about societal issues and things like that. So I typically will challenge their brain a little bit.
Okay. So you're like trying to find out who the artist is and have more the artistry or where the artistry could possibly come from their thoughts, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes.
How long have you been doing it?
Since 2016.
Okay,
wow.
That's a little minute.
Man, how you come up with the title, like the Kickback? Like, cause it's more relaxed style or friend zone wise?
The show has evolved a lot. Initially, it was more game based, kind of like a kickback, and then, but I will still sprinkle in like challenging your brain. But you so chill, like when you're in a chill environment, you feel more comfortable to talk, and so I wanted to make sure I created that type of environment.
That's dope.
Alright, see, alright. How is it doing? Because we a group. It's sometimes two of us, sometimes three of us.
Mm-hmm.
How is it doing it by yourself?
Oh, I didn't start by myself.
Yeah.
I actually started with 15 people. And we all did something different, but it was all creative. And I had a vision for everybody. And so I wasn't thinking like small, I was thinking like, dang, if this is gonna be something like Oprah or the Wendy Williams show, like you need a full-blown staff and to make sure that, all of us can capitalize off our talents. And shortly after, I would say like a month or two, like it became just 3 and then it just became me. And so people just wasn't showing up anymore. They weren't replying. I'm just like, the show gotta go on. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's really telling me. Years later, one by one, people started telling me, I saw how passionate you were and what you were doing. I wanted to do that for myself. I didn't want to put my energy into what you were doing. But my thing is, we were all doing something different. But, you would ask where they are now. Doing nothing. But yeah, it could definitely be challenging doing it by yourself. But if you want something done right, you're going to do it. You're going to get the job done yourself. But I'm definitely always open to work with you.
What's your favorite part about podcasting?
What's my favorite what? What's the part?
No,
favorite part.
Oh, part, you got an accent. It's like PGDC. Like, I lived in PG years ago, but it's so funny.
You got a southern accent.
It's very. So, my favorite part about it is good conversation. Good conversation is something I really enjoy.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, so when you started it, like when you first started with 15 people and it started doing them down, like how did that feel? Like you were like, dang, it kind of like leaving me, or like, cause you say it kind of just vanished.
I wasn't really hurt by it because it wasn't a selfish thing. It's not like, oh, y'all are my minions, you're helping me grow. It was, dang, like I see something for you. Like the stuff that I'm putting in place for us is really helping each person individually. Like, sorry, you about to just miss out.
Yeah.
That's more so how I felt. And then I guess like when things kind of slow down, you start thinking like, dang, why did you really leave? But I didn't care that much to reach out and ask. But they, I guess, I had like really big highs during the show. I had like some lows when it was quiet, but during the highs, everybody circle back around. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got this person on your show. You were here. What's going on? But so then that's when it was like, well, I only really left because like, I saw you had passion, so I tried to, put that into me, and I just realized like I need to focus on my goals and go harder.
Well, that's kind of good though, because they kind of inspire you by you as well. You know what I'm saying? They just seen that your passion was probably like, damn, you're really passionate about this. Yeah. And you want everybody to be with you, so it's like you inspired them. They're like, no, let me find my passion. You know what I'm saying? I might not be as passionate, and I don't want to waste my part-time passion, wasting your time and passion too, like I'm saying. So that's kind of dope too though. So like, what type of topics or questions you usually ask that tend to get into the people to get their thoughts?
Racial, relationships, politics, psychological, like MK Ultra, mind control type things, stuff about things that they might tweet or repost that don't necessarily align with stuff that they might talk about in their music. Just different stuff like that. All of us kind of recycle the same memes and the same posts, and it's like, do we really all think the same way? So when you go to really challenge them, it's like, that's what you post about, but that's not who you actually are.
Yeah, it's my internet self.
There you go. But nobody wants to act like those are two different things. People try to claim they're synonymous, so then when I'm asking you stuff and it's not really lining up, I feel kind of embarrassed for you, so I try to, change gears a little bit, because I'm not in the business of making people look bad. Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Do you have an episode or a guest that was very popular?
Have I ever had a guest that was very popular?
Not like an episode of very popular and maybe a lot of people saw it and kind of brought a lot of people to you, attention to you.
I would say in the very beginning stages, when I interviewed Medusa, Nucci, and Top Dollar Sweezy, because of that time in 2016, all of them are kind of out there and running stuff like that. And once that happened, they saw the type of show I had and the games and fun stuff that I did with them. People wanted to be a part of that. Yeah.
You're making rappers comfortable.
Is it easy for you reaching out to get guests on?
I'm gonna be honest. When I first started, I didn't reach out because I was a person in high school when people said that they rapped. I thought it was a joke because my mind was so small and I only knew people to be on TV. Somebody trying to be like the dude on TV. So when I had those group of people, they opened my mind up to there's a whole local scene of a bunch of creators, this is an actual thing. Mm-hmm. So they were telling me, oh, this is the person you want, this is the person. So as they're coming on, I think also my comfortability was I don't know them and I don't know their background. I don't know anything other than the radio. I don't have Spotify, I don't have Apple Music, I don't have any of that. If you're not in rotation on the radio, I don't know you.
Yeah,
so yeah, but as I started to learn the scene and stuff like that, with this particular area, it is a little bit difficult if people feel like they are something more than what they truly are. I do understand though, if you're on a certain caliber and if somebody's on the upcoming, you kind of want to keep your momentum going and you feel like you're doing charity work kind of going down. So yeah, it's
that's everybody's a charity case when they start.
Are musicians your top 5 guests? That you have frequently?
Yes, but not by choice. So I'm trying to diversify so it doesn't come across that that's the only people that I interview, but I'm sure you probably experience a lot of artists want interviews. Mm-hmm. So they're the ones that's going to reach out more so than anybody else.
Then they got, I feel like people, like you said, they be more don't want to say too much. If I get seen for this, oh my goodness, I might get known for this instead of knowing what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I've had people ask me to take interviews down. And so what I now do moving forward is create a media release form. So you can't go and change your mind. Because I never would have thought, it's been a few people that have said, I can't let my job see this. And I'm in my mind, I'm not in their body, but in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what you said that bad, your job.
The job is you know what, that's the straw.
That's what I was about to say. They say something crazy. Why? They
fucking hate my job. You can say that at work.
Not that I know of. I mean, my show was not originally, forgive me, during this period of time, it was a radio style setup because I was doing it at my college. And they felt like we were too urban for their platform.
That sounds like racism.
It definitely is. It's more of a white school, so we got kicked off.
I've never been called too urban.
So people did talk about being robbed, being shot at, things like that. But it's more so their stories on how they got where they were. But for them, it's no, we don't need to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Is there any episode, maybe by editing, you thought I can't put this up?
No. I never thought that.
Mm-hmm. Some people. I had a couple episodes I was editing one time. I was like, we were wild.
Oh my God.
It's you might want to take that down.
Really chop that one up.
Chop it up, because I don't think that was myself.
So your show has been through a lot of changes.
Been through a lot.
What how long did it take you to find like the current format that you stick to today?
I would say like 3 years. I would say.
That's good though. That's good because you were saying the build up was nice, and 3 years is not a long time.
It's not a long time, and you know, a lot of us want instant gratification, like want it now. So, but for me, the 3 years was people coming in and out, like wanting to help me and then going away, wanting to help me, and then I got to a point where it's like I'm the only stability. So, y'all can go, and now I'm figuring out how to do it by myself. I don't know how to edit outside of iMovie, like the basic type stuff. Everything that if it's something I want to do, I'll just go on YouTube, how to transition this, or how to pop up this, or how to put music in the background. I'll just learn my own.
It's just the editing guy right here.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, it's the editor right here too.
Yeah, people they probably would hate editing if they tried.
It takes a very
he showed
long
me, I was
time.
like, kudos, buddy.
Yeah. I definitely underestimate the work, because when you see the final product and you might see like it don't even take long, like and you underestimate. Then when you actually do it, it's like hours to get something that just seems so basic.
Yeah, I say that's how I correlate to a movie. People like, it took 3 years to make this movie. Like, shit. It took 3 years to make the movie. It's only like 2 hours long. But it's, you know how many scenes they probably cut? The only time they probably had to stop, do this and do this and do that. There's a lot going into putting something together like a final product.
Absolutely.
Very underrated. So do you plan on sticking like with just you, or expansion?
I would like to expand, because I know that you know, I want to be able to allow other people to come on the platform as well, in a sense of, if I do have a guest on, like someone else can help me interview that person, or if it is topics that people want to know my opinion on, you can hear, you know, someone else's side as well. So I've definitely thought about that. A little bit apprehensive sometimes because of the reliability, but I'm not jaded. I'm open to it.
You're open to it, just like some people might not be dependable. If you're looking for that partner that's dependable, or that time when you down, so I'm like, look, I got you. You can have your day off. I can put the work in for you today. You ain't gotta be the the forefront of everything all the time.
Exactly.
It's always kind of good to have a relief system. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like for like the people that you have when you ask these questions, like what was the one of the wildest questions you asked? You got to.
Oh, I've never thought about that.
What the?
That's a good idea. I mean, a good question. Forgive me. Because my memory is probably not the best, I'm gonna say, I'll say the one I just put out. That I had asked this guy, does he feel more or less or equally as hurt if a black person kills a black person versus a black person? You know, a white cop killing a black person.
I was about to ask you that, 'cause I was like, well, I feel bad for killing a guy.
Are they always that deep?
Because I was like, when I did, I would look at it, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
I had
deep.
to edit that one a lot, not because of his response. He was very genuine in his response, but he had so many pauses, like really pondering on it.
Because he just opened his mouth to some shit like, damn, did you really asking that? And
Yeah. He was very transparent, which a lot of people, you know, a lot of us do, you know, it's hard to say, but feel more comfortable killing your own or seeing that happen or that happening because in his mindset, yeah, my family is doing my family dirty. Like, you don't get to do my family dirty. That's the mindset that he had. And he said, honestly, it might just be programming. But a lot of people do think that way. There's more of a outrage when a white person do it. And then this engineer commented, and he said it's proximity. So if I only live around black people, then it's common for me. But if I lived around white people, it wouldn't be like this shock because most white people, you know, that's who I live around. So who else are they going to kill if that's, you know, all that's really there?
I want to see that in the next. Now I don't want to see killing, but I just want to see if that's like a true statement. Was as far as DC becoming justified.
Mm-hmm.
So now these days you really can't say, well, I'm not around the white people, so I ain't shoot them. The white people be on the same block, walking their dogs, jogging their dogs. They down and shoot. Foul, 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 foul. White people. No. Them not for me. Not for me. They kill each other, so they don't have no fear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just be like, wow, the world be, you know, it is what it is, but killing is bad anyway. Like, taking life is one of the worst things I think anybody could do.
Yeah, I think the other one with the same person, I had asked him if murdering a person in real life is bad, is it acceptable to have in entertainment? And he said, yeah, it's just fiction. So I'm like, but why would you enjoy watching someone die if you wouldn't do that in real life? And he was like, I don't think it's enjoyment. And I said, well, let me put it this way. Our movies created to evoke some sort of emotion out of you. So you might see something, you might cry, or you might like feel really happy. When a person dies in a movie, do you feel any type of way? He said no.
No, I don't even.
And that's what I'm saying. So why is there no sort of emotion like evoked when you see somebody die, but you can cry, at, I don't know, somebody in the hospital or like a loving relationship or something
I could say that like as far as watching somebody down the screen, I don't really know that character. And I see somebody in a TV show, I was like, damn, I watched them from season to season. I might be like, that didn't kill my dog. Well, we ain't gonna be on the next episode. I might feel that way as far as TV wise. The movie, I just can't get connected to the character.
So why is it okay? So with that being said, take murder out. Have you watched a movie and you just don't feel anything? You just like you watch it like, oh, okay, that was nicely put together, or has there ever been something you watch and you feel something?
I don't know. I guess it's more the connection with the characters too. Yeah. It's like you might be a character that you don't care if they die, and the character you do, but you might just relate to the other one more. But as far as I don't know, I think it's weird because you might separate it from reality, like that person that really did for real.
Yeah, no, but I could say this though. I feel like it kind of death is something you get to. Soon you're born, you kind of just get to know it. It's death is death. Like when you're born, you just see it. So like my first time seeing death and cry was The Lion King. I was like 4 years old. I said, I can't believe they killed his daddy. The uncle did it. Whoosh, cried.
Yeah.
Don't really watch the movie no more. As an adult, I don't watch it. But that's my favorite movie. But I do not like watching that shit. So that's a movie like they kind of teach you and train you like don't be shocked if it happens. If it happens, it's going to happen. So that's as far as movies is to me though.
I think it depends what kind of movie too, because if it's a horror movie, I think people really don't care because that's the point for people to die. Or an action movie. If it's like a John Wick, people gonna die the whole movie. So I don't really think. But if it's like a character piece and you get to know the people, you might have a little more connection. So you probably would care. Then I was following this character the whole movie, or that's somebody.
You build a relationship.
That's my girlfriend or character in the story. It's it is meant to evoke emotion. But
it is, and I feel like unfortunately there's like a blurred line between reality and fiction, because when you see like a lot of rappers die, certain ones you'll feel something, but other ones it's like watching the people's comments. It's as if this is a TV show, like, oh man, now y'all gotta go kill the ones that killed him. Like, this is like fun. And so it's not, we're in reality, but like you said, people look at them as characters because they are not their next door neighbor or whatever, so it doesn't seem real.
Yeah, and I think it's also now you kind of can watch people's lives like TV. Everything is posted on social media, so you really kind of following them day to day like a TV show. And you might not meet them, so they kind of like characters to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like any type of media typically dehumanizes real life situations. So it's
I was about to say like the news do it for everybody. When we go to war, you be like, we went to war. We gotta protect our hometown. Like when we go to war, we not just going to war to protect you. We going to war to get. Somebody got to go. Like somebody's the enemy, and someone on the other side is really losing their families, but they fighting for what they believe in too. So it's like, all right, but that's always been the world though. It's always been war, religion, and peace. Technically, try to get peace.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of like how with the Diamond Joint, they turn like real life stories into like fiction, and not fiction, but turn it into a TV series or something like that.
I just think that's insensitive and it shouldn't happen. This isn't something new. Like it's already been done, documentaries. Why keep doing that? And why do people enjoy watching that? People like drama. They like conflict. They like the controversy. They want to see people they thrive off of that.
Now, I was about to say that now. That's why I've become like that. As far as watching like documentaries of the murderers and shit. I'm like, damn, people who families still alive gotta see this shit all over again. And then if they watch it, they could be like, that's not how it happened, but it's still open the wound like, why have I been doing this? I just closed that door probably 3 years ago. The last documentary tried to get over it. Now I gotta go get motherfucking therapy again and go to rehab from all the other shit again for traumatized. So you doing it to make money, Party ain't paying for none of my shit and paying for my mental thoughts or even consider to ask me, alright, it's cool, or the main family members and shit like that. So he didn't kill so many people like Jeffrey Dahmer. No, you ain't pay all them family members.
Of course not.
You just put their fucking scenes in there, put their lives in there, and you're like, hey, this is entertainment for the world. This is the guy.
And people are entertained by it. They dehumanize it. Once it becomes, you know, scripted or whatever, you just watch it like the characters.
Yeah, I don't do those no more. And that's one of the reasons I don't watch slavery movies. I don't care what
I stopped.
I stopped.
I know enough.
I didn't I want to shoot everybody in this bitch. I watch. That's the movie that I know. Like that's gonna have my soul. I'm like, it's not that long ago. It's still going today because it just opened up the doors. Like this is still going on, but you live in your life in your world. So your world is your life, but it's really the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just usually ignore the world. You know what I'm saying? It don't affect you personally. And then I think that's what humans got. You know, fucking bullshit on. We not united because you got so much technology and so much these other things in the world that can advance us. But people like, she got to pay me this, you got to pay me that. Why not go ahead and just give it here, and then reciprocate of the human race just building up. Should just be said like that.
It does.
I don't think people want everybody to be equal. Like,
of course not. No.
So like, even just like fathers having money and stuff, like, I don't want them to be rich like me, because then we might be around each other.
Like, you might be a bad fucking person when you rich, and somebody else rich would be a good person.
Humans are humans, but not to everybody. Like, it's just like certain people that other people don't want to be around.
Oh, that's a fact.
So I wouldn't want to see them win, because then they might be around.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess you could say as a regular civilian, you won't want to be around a bunch of people that's homeless and just trying to get. You don't know these stories, but they just homeless. You don't want to be in that setting. It's like, oh no, it's not my setting. Let me just go be.
But I can say rappers. When people look at rappers a certain way, they might be happy that rappers died because they got money, but they might have went to school for all these years, and the nigga got nigga got just as much money as them off of something that they don't really respect.
That's what they
don't understand. It is, but you see people. Like, you probably seen it on TV, movies. Somebody might be somewhere that you usually don't see that type of person. Or like they might get mad because a nigga in first class or something. Ask you what you do.
Yeah.
That's true, and I do feel like classism is more of a problem than racism.
Yeah,
so if we was in the same, we made the same money as Oprah, or Oprah made the same money as us, and the homeless people made this, we were all across the board, we wouldn't have as many problems.
What?
We will actually work together, but it's like, oh, I don't have no problems. The white people good, good to me, or they give me endorsements, and I don't got nothing to do with that. But all of us even playing for it, we were actually progressive.
See, that's how I kind of knew. Like, I kind of knew some poor white people, so it's like I'm like, bro, you broke it than me technically. You kind of just I thought I lived bad. No, I'm just white.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. I'm just white. I'm just poor.
I'm just white. I don't really know many black people. I mean white.
What the fuck?
Wrong color.
You say you don't know a lot of white people?
I don't know any personally.
Really?
I try to make myself do that.
No, I know people besides people I might have worked with, but I really don't think start working with white people till 2019.
After school? No class projects, no nothing?
No white people with it.
What's your experience of them, personally?
These people that come in the stores as customers where I worked, and people I worked with, and I really talk to my coworkers about work stuff. Nothing really personal. Some of them try to have conversations, but don't go too far because can't really relate to what they're talking about. Stuff that I'm talking about, they don't really.
Do you code switch or you yourself, no matter who's present?
Nah, I'm me.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, I'm about to fake for them.
I mean, some people feel like they have to, when you're in their establishment, it's not black owned and there are white people coming in, just, you don't think about it. Nobody teaches you to do that per se, but just naturally, there's this idea. I feel like if you were around more white people growing up or whatever, you'd probably get it more. But there's this thing of like, oh my gosh, they fear us, so we have to adjust and make them feel more comfortable. So if I kind of speak more like them, then they'll feel like we're allies, and that like disarms any sort of wall they built up.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I just don't do it.
That's really good.
Don't really.
See, I took your approach like to be just regular, and I just found out they just regular too.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't know what the drugs do either.
Yeah, but they're regular. They regular could be a little different though. Like I say, dealing with coworkers is like hearing the things that they talk about, the things that they're interested in. I don't give a shit about none of that.
I see, yeah, but see,
the conversation didn't go.
See, I worked in the medical field and shit, so it's like I've been around the white doctors, the whitest, the techs and shit like that. And when Trump got president, they all lost it. All of them said, "Oh, they said he's president." They not in a good way. They lost like we fucked, we all fucked. I'm like, y'all fucked, y'all white. I'm scared more than y'all, but y'all know the real. They thought like, oh shit, this is what I think, and this is what he gonna do to y'all. Y'all more scared for me. And then y'all scared for yourselves. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? And then like I met with the role switch. I had a black doctor, and then like the vet assistant or vet tech was working. She's black too, but her boyfriend's white. So she was like, the girl was the assistant was like, oh, that's my nigga. She's like, oh, you white, don't call me no nigga. I was like, that's her boyfriend. He probably called her all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably said to her face. And for you to blast out, say, he ain't no nigga, he ain't this, you done made her feel bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't, she looked just like you. You didn't make her feel bad. She's like, then you gonna ask her the questions, you don't like black guys, you don't like this one? I'm a black guy, I'm like, that's that fucked up. You was a black powerful woman in a position as a doctor to ask this woman like this and like, why you dating this white guy? Cause she said some real shit, I love him. I was like, fact, that's all you had to say for me. Well, you grilling this girl saying like, you can do this, like, that's not what you want. No, that's fucked up though.
No,
I just feel like it's bad only because it was at work. That's what it was.
Now, it was an ongoing thing though. It could be an ongoing thing though.
I don't want to deal with that at work.
Nah.
But I mean, that's a conversation for outside of work. Is mainly what I was saying.
Yeah,
if you're that
interested, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit insensitive. Like if I was with a white person like for a while, and then you like don't like black guys, it's like there's somebody I'm really into. But
yeah.
Honestly, that's probably something I would ask.
You and why would you do that though? Like, what would it be curiosity to figure
Definitely
out? Definitely
curiosity.
That's because I feel like she was doing it as curiosity at first, but then it was like
the tone can change.
The girl was like, kind of answered your question the first 6 times you asked me this shit. Now you keep asking me, or now I'm defending my boyfriend and shit. But
yeah.
I finally seen the boy. That boy like 6'8", big country guy. I was like, oh shit. I said, why you your boyfriend? Fuck. He was motherfucker. He was black. He be scary. He white. He still be scary shit.
It is a curiosity thing. People like to act like, color doesn't exist, or, we're all humans. Unfortunately, we're culturally different. We're built different. Our mental is different. Our experiences are different. And so I would be curious as to why, you decided to date one guy.
I don't know. I went on Instagram. I see why though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why physically?
Not about physically. I'm just saying why like the trips and the restaurants and.
Oh, like a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, like I'm not saying she's using it for
and
that.
it's unfortunate because I don't see
the lifestyle look good.
Well, I don't see like a wealthy white woman being like, let me get this black broke dude and build him up.
I seen that though.
How often?
It's rare. I got like I would say 1%. I probably seen it twice. I was like 1%. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like races is different. Like I feel like we all just chase each other for what you want type thing though. Would I date a rich white old woman? Yeah. I wouldn't even be attracted to her. I wouldn't care.
It would just be for
just stability, I'm getting what I get and she getting what she get. Now, would I date an older black woman with money? Yeah. And would I stay and be more cultural? I might fall in love, yeah, because she probably understand me, train me, and open my mind to a lot of shit. But I wouldn't want to be coached by the older white woman because she couldn't coach my mentality to the young black man. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you could use and get by.
I don't really see me doing it for nothing.
You nothing?
Nah, no white lady.
Man, shit, me, man. Shit, me.
Let me hold something when you start fucking with her.
Man, it's not even a woman.
Would you procreate with a white woman?
I said this a long time ago, if I had enough money like Nick Cannon, I would be the guy who would procreate with a lot of racists and shit like that.
You would?
Yeah, I would. Just
Why?
to have my name. If I could take care of my family like that, I would.
Why not just deal with a bunch of black women?
I just want to spread the love and spread the race. We all got melanin.
Right, but why? Like, we are moving to a space where there are a lot of mixed children. Yeah. Like a lot, like.
Why would I do it? I say if I do it, I just have I have like a cultural.
I think that the black family structure is something that definitely needs to happen more often than not. You know, unfortunately, it's always you know, your dad ain't in the house, or you know, if your mom not around, typically you in foster care or something like that. I would like to confidently see more strong families together, because that's what white people have feared, like us actually being unified.
I'm trying to unify. Like I said, if I was rich like Nick Cannon,
I would unify outside.
Yeah,
but even then,
that would bring culture. I wouldn't have like a Latino woman keeps all my kids Spanish, like a housewife. You know, it's like, you know, got the mom who do Asian, she can cook this, and, you know, teach culturally. Like, your kids ain't stuck nowhere, they can travel.
And they can do that with their counterparts. And I say this because I feel like us black people are very accepting of everyone, but it's not the same when it comes to us. Nobody's thinking about, oh, get with the black guy or get with the black. That's not what they're saying. Like, Indians stick with Indians, Asians stick with Asians. They go through hardships if one of them even think about looking at us. But we're so like accepting.
Their culture just do that to them.
But why do we have to be so accepting all the time?
I feel their culture don't let them out their box, because when they fuck with us, definitely their culture make them feel like they dirty for fucking with us.
But if Asian people definitely talk down on us a lot, and a lot of their businesses are built on the black dollar.
And the black
community. White
people
have as well. So my thing is, if they're taught to look down on us, why are we keep like wanting to be accepted by them, wanting to procreate, wanting to have families with them, with people that don't even like us? Why would you want to have, and I'm just challenging you, like I'm open to your, you know, how you feel, but I want to be a part of a family that don't even really want you in the family.
I want to see, that's the thing, like I want to take that person mentality and make it a people thing. You know what I'm saying? I want to make that person I'm dealing with.
You
like,
might get that one person, but the people around them say
that's
their family.
Oh yeah, but
their family.
But I dealt with that with black people. I dealt with that to say.
But it ain't because you black.
Nah, just because I probably wasn't a piece of shit.
Yeah, but
there you go. That's different.
That's the difference.
Oh, y'all saying just because I'm like strictly black, like oh
yes.
yeah, like man.
Like
I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't deal with shit like that. I feel like I'll have to go through the whole motions of your family accepting me. I don't like dealing with people, even like my own race of family that don't accept me. I don't even accept my own family probably don't accept me sometimes. So I'm cool with that. If that person that I'm dealing with, no matter what race you is, as long as your mental capacity on my equal level and vibration on my vibration is cool with me. I don't care. I really don't care. Because I mean, if you can do what I do,
this person, the family might come into play.
The family might, like I said, if you got the financial stability, then you can control that. You can use, not saying you can take her from family, but you can. You can
she might love her family.
She can go back. I don't care if you can take a kid that don't.
And the kid's gonna want to be around.
Cool, I'm not that type of man, because you got niggas.
Yeah, but some people might not like you and treat your child a certain type of way. Or because they have that ounce of black in them, then they're gonna treat the white grandkids a certain way.
But then little tink tink can come with me and stay with little tink tink and little bing bing.
Yeah, but then why intentionally have them born into chaos or dysfunction?
I was born black, so I was kind of born into chaos and dysfunction.
But why continue that on?
But I'm saying, that's a different race. You know what I'm saying? Since it's me being black, I can't say a lot of things like, you gonna do this to me. I already got that. You feel what I'm saying? I already got that from the world. So I would not want to give that to you as my partner. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to think that way to you. So if your family doing that because that's their race shit, and you been the black sheep to your family because you fucking with me, you already taking sacrifice because you technically the black sheep fucking with the nigga. For real. Like, and then you get pregnant by then you get pregnant by the black guy. You really done lost it. They might cut you off. They might still love you, but you can't go fuck. And you chose that option of your life to give that family you had your whole life to fuck with me. That's deep.
So hopefully that's somebody you would stay with forever, because even if she break up with you,
it's just racial. I got
she ain't got no family. Your family, I'm sure, will still accept you.
My family accept everybody. I mean, my grandmama said she could put a comb straight through her head, don't talk to her, but you know. So I know black girls go just like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Man, yeah, I feel like
that's just real. Like I can't let the color, like I said, don't let the color, choose your happiness. Sometimes don't just color. But now as far
as what's behind the color, I think it's less of like the color.
Yeah, I can't see color. If I was blind I wouldn't care. I couldn't see shit.
You might can hear how she sound. Huh?
I wouldn't know how white people sound from black people. I wouldn't know that's a white person talking. I can't see if I was born completely blind. I wouldn't know how you sound because she talk proper.
Yeah.
She does. She has a proper. Yeah. And see, yeah. She thought we was Southern. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, bro. Like, I wouldn't know. I didn't see white girls talk proper. I didn't see some ratchet ass white girls. I'm talking period I, period E, period I, period so right though, right?
So if you dating outside Jerry race, would you deal with like a white girl that's purely white, act white, or one that been around black people?
Not even just been around black people.
Might have a little mannerisms that they have.
Not even that. Just the educational purpose of, you know.
What I'm saying, what kind of white girl is it?
Huh?
What kind of white girl is it that you would go for?
Mm-hmm.
One who been around, you feel like maybe she
the culture, like she understand. There's a lot of people that understand the culture. It's even black people don't understand culture ourselves.
I mean, but I'm saying it's different from knowing it and understanding it.
But you know, you got black people who know the culture but don't even like the culture. So it's like, I don't know. Like, so it's like, for me, if you can understand me, fuck the culture, because I don't do the culture all the time. I don't be on the block. I don't do all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't our culture. I ain't claiming that.
I'm just saying, but that's how they think. I'm saying that if you think of a white person, that's how they would typically think. So I wouldn't even think that for myself. So it's like, I'm just a regular guy. You a regular girl. Like, fuck it. If you understand me, you understand the history, as long as you don't call me no nigga, no regular disrespectful shit, cool.
I'm sure that's gonna happen in an argument, just like a guy would slip up and call a girl B and she's...
I told myself, don't do that no more, though. I got older, though. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm like, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'll say that first. Like, you know what? And she like, what? I'm like, you know what? Don't say that word. Because if I say that word, I might get stole on. If I say the words that hurt you, it's the worst word I ever said to you. But your friends call you bitch, bitch, bitch. When I say bitch, it's like bitch. But it's more hurtful though. It's all the, it's all the term and how you say things and when you say things. Timing is for real.
Okay.
It is. Because you could, do a lot of things and it could be wrong. You can smack a girl ass one time in public, she might smack the shit out you.
Nah, I wouldn't burn a white girl in my mama house.
Nah, I mean, I'm too old now to be thinking about what people think, man.
It's so many black women in the world.
It ain't about really.
No, I just said I wouldn't impregnate a black woman. I just said I wouldn't want to have multi-race. If I had financials, they would have. That's no one. If I had the money.
Would all the women live with you?
If I could. And if they could get along, yes.
But if they couldn't.
They're not getting along.
And if they couldn't, then I would do my job as a man. You know, it's already hard. I know what you're saying. It's already hard taking care of separate families as a black man anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because
you might be able to financially do it. However, I'm going to feel a type of way with my siblings and you get to be, y'all get to have dad and I don't get to have dad. Like, that's not
I wouldn't do that. I do like Boosie do, like take all my kids on trips. Like, I'll invite my baby mama too, but if y'all tripping, fuck it, that's on y'all. I'm doing it for the kids. I'm a man, I'm doing it for the kids though, the kids. Y'all personal opinion don't matter. I'll create these kids to
so as a kid, right? As a kid, would you rather see your father every day or every 4 days?
I don't know. My father called me every week from jail. So you know what I'm saying? So and we still connect. I think I just.
Have y'all always had that relationship?
I ain't asked you what you go through. I asked you what you rather have your father there every day or every 4 days.
There you go.
I don't know. Every day I'm like that nigga. I ain't want to move him every day, so I don't know. I don't like her sometimes either. I'm just saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying? We real as a kid, you like, I don't care who around sometimes. You ain't my favorite, I don't want you. You're my grandparent, I don't give a fuck. Be real with you.
But your children not gonna always think the way you do, so I would say give them the option. My kid completely different right now. Completely different. Yeah, so have the option to have you around.
And you say financially, right? So you leaving everybody equal things when you go with those kids?
Spread thin.
Like everybody gets the same thing when you get there?
Hopefully I die when they're 18 and I just live, and I let them fight. Now I learned this a long time ago. You build a trust fund up, you just put that shit in the trust fund, let that shit do itself, so it accumulate there. I find out what kid fuck with me by the time I die. If that kid ain't close to me, ain't close to me fucking. Cause you got kids in the same house with the same family members, and you be like, I know who the favorite is. I know who my mom's favorite is. I'm her first, but I know her favorite is. She got one daughter.
Yeah, but
but
it may not necessarily be who she leave everything to.
I feel you, but I'd be like, if she leave it to me, it's the oldest. But if I know her favorite is as far as the daughter. Just one daughter, I understand. I understand completely, man. All girls, my son wasn't my favorite. He wasn't. I would have a daughter favorite. Just cause he's my boy. I'm like, you my only boy. Fuck, you good. One of the girls was my favorite. But that's
I like that y'all on a podcast together because y'all have different viewpoints.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah, that's really good. Do either of y'all plan to get married?
I don't believe in marriage.
You say plan on it? Like,
Is it
I don't believe in it.
Is it something you want to happen? Like something you would want to achieve one day?
I'm not against it, but I don't really necessarily want for it.
Nah, I don't believe in it.
Okay, why don't you believe in it?
I don't believe in it just because I just found out how the diamond ring became a thing like 67 years ago. You know what I'm saying? To get married with your finger just became a thing.
That's a new one.
It's a new thing. It is.
Nah, I was saying niggas got 100 reasons why they not getting married.
Oh, no, that's
Okay, I'm like, okay, where you going this?
that's the fact though.
Okay.
You do research like the ring became something different. That's why when you buy the diamond ring or any kind of ring, that shit loses value immediately, just like a car. It's no value. It's just only because you thought it was worth that much.
Okay.
But it was presented that much to you. You bought it.
Okay.
You know, the resale value was down. So then on that, it's not financially, in a good investment. You know what I'm saying?
The ring.
The ring.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the ring.
Okay.
Neither the wedding. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have, I'm
Okay.
talking over the top shit. That's just me thinking. Like if I want to do a wedding as a man, I would want to get my woman.
I said you don't want to pick a wedding or
It
you don't want
depends
to
on
get
the woman
married.
that you're with.
Yeah,
You can get married without any of those things. You said you don't believe in marriage.
I don't believe in marriage.
Okay, I'm allowing you
I'm
to
knocking down the three reasons why people
Okay.
do it. You know what I'm saying?
You personally.
Yeah, the three reasons why most people usually do it is the
Okay.
the ring, you
Okay.
know, the wedding,
Okay.
and it's just the society wise. I'm married,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
None of shit matters to me.
Okay.
All right.
What about stability? I feel like that belongs up there.
But I could do that without marriage. I could be a faithful man without marriage. I could not cheat. I could take care of you. I
It ain't
could
just about you. She may
Okay.
not feel stable though.
Right, because
Cause you can leave her whenever
you can
want.
definitely just leave.
Why are you trusting me without the ring and then thinking the ring gonna make me stay? That's the misconception of shit, right?
It makes it harder for you
It's a
to
misconception
believe though.
because
No,
the day
thank you.
Yeah, but if like the day I still do all that shit, then the marriage didn't matter. Then my vows didn't matter. So I lied to you in front of God. I lied to you in front of our friends and family.
And you're gonna have to face the consequences.
Yeah, then I
for
wasted
doing
our
so.
money. What's the consequences? Me losing money from getting divorced and you taking half or some shit like that? That you sign a prenup? I said I don't believe in the marriage. It's all on the truth. If I could tell you the truth, be honest with you and say, I walk around, this is my woman, hold her hand high, this is my lady, this is my walking around.
So then why not do it? I'm understanding why not do it.
I just don't believe it. I just believe it's society wise. I just believe it's something that society wants the people to do. It's always a money game for me from society.
See, I believe that. So I don't fault you for your thinking at all because I used to believe that as well. Me personally, I had a period of time I was with somebody and I was like, bro, just get a ring from Walmart. Let's go just for a piece. That's like,
But as a man, I can't
$100.
accept that.
If that's what I want, like I don't need everybody there because everybody probably don't even support my union. What I'm gonna pay for all this to have y'all come criticize the food, what I'm wearing, all the people there, you being nosy, you just want to gossip. I'm good. Just at a piece, me, you, maybe your mom, your dad, my mom, my dad, but whatever. That's it. Like that's our thing. But from a legality standpoint, God forbid something happened to your woman. You don't have from a health standpoint.
I heard the standpoint.
You can't make the decision.
I can't.
The doctor could decide, we want to pull the plug, and you can't make no decision about their health if they're not in a position to do it because you're not legally together. There are a lot of benefits, in being married.
You put the plug on me, I don't want that benefit. Fuck that shit. I don't want that benefit. I don't even want to get nobody that choice.
She might want to say.
Yeah, but even if it's not even pull the plug, even if it's to make sure you have a certain surgery, even if it's to make sure basically they're in place. If you're not capable, you don't have the mind to do certain things. It's like that person will be able to help you, but as a girlfriend, they can't do that.
Right, but what if we was beefing for 3 years straight? You think I want to be off deathbed like, we kind of was going to the divorce. I know she about to kill me right now. You know what I'm saying?
The doctor's probably gonna do it anyway.
I'm just saying, I know she going. The doctor like, we gotta save us a chance. Now pull it. This nigga ain't shit anyway.
No, the doctor is gonna want to pull it because they make a lot of money for the funeral home, selling your parts.
The
eyeball, your heart.
medication they give you, the air they give you, all that type of shit. But like, I'm just saying, because marriage ain't always what it is till the end. You feel me? So the chance, I feel like it's more expensive to leave. For me to divorce the woman that I married, they gotta go to another partner, a judge, the lawyer, 2 lawyers,
right, so
a judge.
you're thinking about the breaking up point, and to his point, if you're not married, you're typically going to just leave.
Yeah.
If you're not,
I'm not trying to sign no papers.
If you're married to a person, you're going to put in more effort than you would if that was just your girlfriend. And in today's society, a lot of us don't put in a lot of work.
I think
Seriously.
so.
We just look at people as real disposable. Yeah. It's like knowing that it's not easy, you're kind of, when you want to quit, you're kind of forced to try to push through. If it's not cheating and beating, then I don't see why you can't find ways to make it work.
I understand that too. Like then, like me, I had a kid first that was married. So I know kids usually play a big part in this shit. So I know people usually be like, okay, 18, this nigga about to turn 18, I'm gonna be the bitch. Same for women. Or she, I don't know, cause I feel like say, you get stuck in a situation, right?
You just worrying about getting out.
No, it's not that.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is like.
It's not, because you gotta have an escape plan for everything. You got to. If everything, you gotta have a plan B. If the plan A ain't working, the plan B, you better have a escape route. Because I done seen women save money from the man that they know that's about to lead them. And be like, cool, nigga, you left me. I'm good. Because I just took all the money from you and stacked it up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in general, adulting is being able to take care of yourself.
It is. But then you got a partner. So
yeah.
I should be taking care of myself. We should be building something
together. But ultimately, I still I'm not asking you to pay my phone bill or my car note. You know, you have your individual things that you had to take care of before this person came.
That's a lot of that's your mindset thing. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why you marry a person that has the similar mindset.
And that's also about the race. That's what's on the race.
So yeah, I'm sure there are people that think like you'll be willing to have that.
So I know some black women who be like, shit, I want this. You see, this and this. Not even black, just women in general. This younger generation, the mindset they getting
and that's
fed.
why you don't get with them.
Have you seen a lot of marriages? And how many of them were successful?
I've been in one wedding. I've been in 2 weddings.
Okay.
I've been in one, probably, they still married. But I just heard that shit they just went through. I'm glad they still married. And they got the second one. They in a friend group, age range, and they wasn't lit. I ain't hold it. That's the way I was like, damn, this ain't so bad. You know, I might want to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's good. Y'all really love me. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta convince. It's not convincing. Like,
no,
I really don't see not a benefit. I just don't see the benefits of like us.
You ain't met the person.
No, I'm not talking the benefits of us growing from like not talking like, look, I invested all the money, cool.
You don't want somebody to have your last name?
Now if they want to hyphenate it.
Yeah, that's kind of today's society. But no, I'm saying that. But you're answering about people that you don't want to be with that don't align with like what would probably be good for you.
So people change though. I changed.
Right, but I doubt that a girl will go, a woman, forgive me, will go and change her last name and then 15 years in a marriage, oh, I want to hyphenate it. That's a lot of...
But if they said it in the beginning, then it's like that.
That would already be discussed before you got married.
Yeah, but it's like a discussion. If a man don't agree with that, then what?
If a man don't agree with what?
Hyphenated. Getting hyphenated.
That's a deal breaker?
Is it?
It could be for me, yeah, if I want to get married. Because I want to get married. It's for us.
I would see if
I want to be shit. Just like you want to be 100%, I want to be 100%. It's for me, like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? You want this type of wedding? I want this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah, so.
I can see if she said, I ain't changing that motherfucker at all.
I don't know, doing hyphenate, because like I said, my kid gonna have my complete last name, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm, like, to me, I'm not old school man values, but I still have man values. Like, this shit is still manly to me. Like, I want you to have my last name, my kids have my last name. I kind of want to make you my family. Keep my bloodline going, like you used to say. You know Marriage. Cool, I'm cool with that. If it's all together, you know what I'm saying, and all other things, I don't mind, I just don't believe in this shit. I don't mind, I just don't believe the whole aspect of it. If it's simple, like jumping a broom or something, like Justice Peace, I would do that type of shit.
So you believe in it, but you don't believe in what people have created
to be. Okay. There you go. So I would say that.
If the woman you want to marry say you want to marry, she wanted to have a big wedding, then you be like, I don't want to marry.
I want to say that because I do want to get the person I do love, and it's our first and last wedding. I want to give you the biggest.
That's
wedding.
what I said. It's the person that you would be like, I really want to do this for her. Like, she real low key, she chill, she don't need all the hype and like.
You don't ask for shit? Cool, I want to give you that. I want to, because you don't ask for shit. Yeah. So I want to give it to you. But if you asking, I don't lie. It's kind of some gang shit. But if you not asking for it, I will give you that.
Yeah.
And then the devil like, and if you divorce me, because I ain't going to leave, Men don't usually just leave. They usually get caught and just they get divorced. Mm-hmm. Men don't just leave any situation. They don't.
What's wrong with asking for something? Because I'm only asking because then if you're in a situation where you don't know what they want, you can do the wrong thing and then they're not happy with it.
I don't know, I learned that.
But with them asking, they making it clear what they want.
They give me a goal. You know what I'm saying? And I learned this as a man too. You give a man a goal and then you get that shit too high expectations. And nigga gonna stress out. And nigga gonna stress out trying to get that like, oh shit.
Well, what if she was like, I was gonna take his last name, but the nigga asked, so I'm about to hyphenate it now.
You showing like you just
like
just,
nah. I said I was gonna take his last name, but he was asking. I would have did it if he wasn't asking for it.
He was gonna do it. He's gonna do it anyway. That's how I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So like marriage, the new society wise of marriage is kind of a little bit different, but I don't mind it.
See, you're one of the main reasons why I like having conversation, because you went from, no, I don't believe it. I'm not getting married to, no, I might actually want to get married. You know,
I don't.
Just under the right.
Yeah, just like some
circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I feel like all that shit is still a building relationship. Like you should trust me, you should love me unconditionally, you should do everything you was going to do to make me marry you. You feel what I'm saying? To get the marriage. The marriage is just the reward part of this shit, like for both of us at the end of the day. Like we locked in. Mm-hmm. But we was already locked in, we already fucking locked in. Right. You know what I'm saying? We already got the house, the kids, the family.
So you would be with somebody like forever but not marry him though?
Yeah, I know people relationships stuff like that last longer than marriage. I know somebody been together for like 37, 40 years not married. I know people that have been married 3-4 times. That's a lot of money.
I don't really.
Unless you was sucking that ring and say, oh, let me get that back, bitch. Mm.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess if you're gonna be with somebody forever, like you say, certain benefits, you might as well marry him. You ain't gonna be with him forever.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why not.
This just feels a little weird.
He said it feels a little weird. Hey, this is my girlfriend.
I think it's a commitment thing. I feel like if you think you get married, then I'm stuck with this motherfucker. I think you look at it like, I'm stuck. Like,
yes.
What if I want to leave? Like, I love her now, but what if I don't later? I can't just ever leave. Type thing.
I guess you could say that because I never really committed to shit in life. Not to a college, not to a school, not to a sport.
Hey, nigga, I only had 2 girlfriends my whole life.
I only had 2 relationships.
I'm not a committer. I started when I was 25.
I had 2 7-year relationships, so I understand that marriage shit. Like, I try to say that's my thought. Like, I had a long term, 6 years, and then married, and then 6 years, 7 years again, and then get married. So it's like, then you got some people go 2 years. I'm not saying them things then want to get married, because it could have been my time frame as a man.
Yeah, I say 7 years when you in your 20s is different from 7 years in your 30s.
Yeah, it is.
So those 7 years back then, marriage wasn't really something neither one of y'all may not have cared about. But in your 30s, you're getting older.
Yeah.
You be like, all right.
Ain't nothing out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Streets.
But I say all that to say, me personally, I ain't looking to get married. So if it happens, it happens. I'm not against it, but I'm not.
Okay, so another thing is, was you man? Would you propose to a man?
No.
Would you allow?
You said, would I propose to a man?
Would you allow a woman to propose to you?
I can't stop her, but I would try.
Would you say no?
I don't know, because it's like, why are you doing this shit in front of people, first of all?
Alright, that's what I'm saying, because like women, they know what they want, right?
They
go for it.
That's a fact.
I done seen it.
If we just in our house, though, and it's just me and her.
Nah, but she say, if she get on that knee, get that man.
Yeah, no, I'm not
doing that.
Marry him? You know?
No.
Why not?
The reason why I wouldn't...
Traditional, right?
No, not even that.
No.
The reason why I wouldn't propose to a man is because I want to truly know that you want to marry me and not you kind of feel cornered or forced into a situation. If we already talked about marriage and I let you know this is something that I want and you told me that's something that you want, then I'll kind of let it be on your time frame, because sometimes guys just be like, okay, I mean, that's what she wanted, but I want to know you're truly into it, because I'm sure as a woman, I'm already making clear, I want to get married.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw the question back at you, because I've seen this from men too, right? So the men who know they want, technically, she's the one, she's this and that, she's this and that. 2 months, 3 months in. Too soon?
Damn.
Now, I've seen guys do that.
2 months or 3 months into
he can
knowing them?
No, he getting no, you know him like he wants to marry you.
After we got into a relationship?
Yeah, he's spoiling him, why ain't dying in 3 months, cause like, 3 months consistency, he's showing you the man he wants to be, you know what I'm saying, he's showing him he wants to be, like, fuck it. I don't want nobody else but you.
I would do 6 months because 3 months you could still have your representative. At that time, you could still mask who you are. I feel like after like 3 months, it's a little bit. It started getting hard to hide who you really are.
Stay consistent with it.
All right, question for you also in the vein of that. How long is too long to be in a relationship and like, all right, we still not married?
That's a good question.
I don't know if he's going to marry me, but he haven't yet.
I would say it's situational in a sense of depending on how where you are in life. So I know for a lot of guys that I met personally, if they don't have their own place, they don't have their own car, they're not making a decent enough money to take care of themselves solely. Just as a man, they don't feel comfortable marrying. So I respect that. However, if I don't see that you're actively working towards getting those things in order for yourself, you got about like 2 years max, because why are you not, getting on your stuff? If I see you just playing around, kind of like, one day, then no, I'm good.
All right, what if he's in good standing financially and your relationship is good? How long? It's too long, but he just haven't married, you haven't proposed.
He's just bullshitting around.
But y'all good for the most part, maybe more so that being the biggest issue. We not married. That might be the biggest issue.
I would say like 2 years.
That shit too fast for me.
Because my thing, what is it that you're gonna see in year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that you ain't seen in the first 2 years? You didn't see it all.
It depends.
That's 2 years is fast for me.
Well,
why? If like you said, you've accomplished what you wanted in life, you're stable, you're financially there. At that point, there's somebody you want to share with. What are we waiting for? At that point, that's really the question.
Yeah,
after 2 years, what is the wait?
I couldn't ask that one.
I've never been there in life. Stable is my strong suit, so I don't know.
Because I went back to my first thing saying, if I was stable, now I would have 10 kids. Stability is a big part.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of people. 10 kids probably make it like a little unstable, I would think.
I'm just saying, financial stability is, you ain't got to worry about them not having a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because you could be on a kid all day still looking at your kid like, this nigga ain't got shit, but I'm here. And I'm here for no reason that I can't give him shit.
So you didn't want to marry none of their mothers?
No.
So what makes a person good enough to have a child with but not to marry?
Oh man, that's a wild question.
Quick sex.
So the child wasn't in general wasn't something that was actually planned. You're speaking from a sense of like, oh dang, it was an accident.
My kid.
Got a kid.
Yeah, my kid, he 11. Me and his mom was been together since middle school, so.
The child was intentional or was
it
like,
was intentional. We fucking no condom.
But I'm saying,
I planned my future in my head when I was younger.
No, I'm talking about in that moment, like, if you about to intentionally make a child, because that would be a discussion. It would be like, let's have a baby. That's really what it would be. That's what it would be. It's not, no, there's no way in the world.
What?
That there's no way in the world.
See, talk about it.
If she ends up pregnant, then if she ends up pregnant, that wasn't intentional per se. If it was discussed I want to
have a kid in the future type shit, and we just got here. Like today was the future.
That's not planned.
It's not planned.
Okay, no. Not planned.
It's not planned. If she pops up, oh, I'm pregnant, you like, oh shoot. You should have known.
I was saying, we talked about it, like you talked about it before, like I want you to have my baby in the future, shit like that.
No, not in the future. I want you to have my baby, right, and that's what y'all are doing. Yeah.
Women say that too sometimes.
First of all,
I
heard that track before too. Give me a baby. Hold on, wait a minute. You came with me? What am I talking? What? You shouldn't have told me.
All I'm saying is, it's different. Because what is it considered? All right, say we're not taking the precautions to not have a kid, but having discussed having.
But having discussed, then that's not intentional.
But what if I know? All right, that's like me putting a gun out and just shooting into a crowd. I ain't my intent to do.
Okay, so you've intentionally ejaculated in a woman without a condom on, with the thought of like, if she happened to get pregnant, then we good. Is that
That
what you were
seems like
thinking,
kind
or
of
the
like.
thought was more so, oh, she probably gonna get a plan B.
I'm not thinking of her consequences. I'm
Me personally, because I do have a kid, so we ain't never get no plan B.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like at that point, yeah, at that
but
point.
But we ain't say, yeah, we about to have a baby, but we know we was doing this stuff to make a baby.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. So I can't say, oh, all right, he was an accident, because I would say an accident, the condom broke.
What would make you put yourself in a position to get a girl pregnant but not marry her?
Sex before I got married. Like, we were in love, but I didn't marry you.
I wanted to get.
You wanted to get. The person that you had a child with, is that somebody that you would see yourself marrying?
At the moment? No.
No, okay.
And that's why you get the camera looking. Then when you get the call back, cut it out.
Okay, when she was pregnant.
When she was pregnant? But I tell you.
He said, well, I tell you.
That's what me and her did not like each other at all, like during that the whole pregnancy. That shit was like, that's one thing I would say, like, would be tricky. You get married, and like going through the pregnancy shit, like I didn't actually go through it, being in. It's like, that shit is a test. A lot of people can't make it through. So I be like, if I marry somebody and then have to go through that, end up hating this motherfucker, I would be mad.
And you just heard my fear factor, the reason why I said
that wasn't one of the reasons.
Yeah,
so you would, either way, whether it's marriage or there you go.
It's easier out though, if that's just my baby mother and not my ex-wife / baby mother.
Nah.
I
don't think so. No, it's not an easier way out.
It's not, because you my
because they be having to pay child support and alimony.
If you got caught cheating.
And I'm not really breaking it wrong. So at this point, you think she's a great mother, but doesn't make a great wife?
Nah, nobody says that.
I'm asking.
Oh yeah, I don't know what kind of wife you would be, but I don't really feel like no. I feel like because you could be a good mother, but not a good partner.
Yeah, I'm saying that. You could be a good mother.
You're a good mother to him, but not a good partner to me.
We just not vibing no more.
Okay,
maybe
so
not vibing in that manner.
So when y'all have children with a woman, was the thought like, I know she would be a good mom?
Damn right.
I would hope.
I hope women choose the
You
same
said
way.
you would.
I mean, because I didn't have no point of reference. That was both our first
kid.
kid.
But you kind of might marry somebody based off of like them being nurturing before you even have a child with them. You kind of start seeing stuff.
She nurtured me, so I was like, shit, you can do this for me. You want to cook for me, clean for me, do this for me. I know you do it for your kid. Our kid. You love me as much, so it's cool.
Man, it's tricky. It's tricky. I had times, you kind of want to make your family work, but then you see if it ain't working, it ain't working.
Now, that goes back to the thing the question is, you rather have a bad father around with no father. That's like the thing. Like,
that was a question.
I know.
Yeah.
I seen it. So I was like, yeah, would you? So as a man, I would want to have a bad father around. I'd rather have no father.
Right. So then people need to be more intentional with who they have a child with.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
But that's why I say though. Like we used to, me and Slick, we kind of always had a debate. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta have a baby with the right person.
That's a fact.
That's not something that you can predict because people change.
Yeah.
Like, I know for a fact, women change when they have kids. Like, she say plenty of shit she did. I couldn't control it. It was the hormone. So.
Was she has she said those types of things prior to being pregnant, before that was even a thought? Just you're knowing her relationship with her?
Nah, the shit we went through when she was pregnant was not the shit we went through before. It's like two totally different people, but it's like a lot of things she did during the pregnancy, she was like, I couldn't control it. Like, it was the hormones. So in that sense, I hear her saying that, like, I didn't know I was gonna become who I am now. It just happened. Okay,
so after the pregnancy, the baby's here. I can't blame it on hormones at this point. Postpartum then kind of, passed. At this point, did she go back, or she remained who she was during the pregnancy?
I'm not sure she didn't go back.
She look wrong. Hell no.
The person I had a kid with probably ain't gonna ever come back. It's a different person. It's a different person. You know what I'm saying? You like. Shit do shit to you mentally you can't come back from. Like, I don't really know 100%. I just know she ain't the same person.
Yeah,
mentally or physically.
I wasn't the same. She was.
Yeah, me neither.
Me either. Once the baby came up to the streets, like she had like, not saying I wasn't a follow around. I just went back to having fun because I was with her through the pregnancy as far as going late night runs to the store, buying food, doctor appointments, this and that. So I was kind of pregnant with her. My life got swept behind too. So when she had the baby, after the baby, about like 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months old, 5 months, I kind of went back outside for a while. You know what I'm saying? Get my life back. Then as I got older, I was like, damn, kind of left you alone to deal with that shit. I feel bad for that shit. So like I said, you grow, you know what I'm saying? So.
That shit tough, but that's why my whole thing is not really no right person. It could be somebody dead that is wrong though.
That's why I think you should be married first. Because it's easier. Like you said, you want to go back to the streets and have fun. Yeah. So I feel like you're not going to get married until you had your fun. Yeah. It's like once I done everything, been everywhere, whatever, now it's like, now I'm not with all that. Like I want to settle down. You'll be more, like if you have a child after, more willing to just be stable because you just did everything.
My problem wasn't having fun though. My problem was, me and the person who I had this kid with just weren't compatible anymore. And I don't really think that was because of our marital status.
Right, I don't think marital status has anything to do with compatibility.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So say me and her, like,
I just can't imagine that. Like me, I don't curse, right? So if I got pregnant, I don't see myself now just cussing out everybody and because it's hormonal. Like who I am at core is who I am at core. Now maybe my behaviors might be a little bit different in how I handle things. I might be a little bit more on edge, yeah. But who I am at core, that don't change.
Man, my baby mother was.
You know what? Also, you don't drink too.
I don't.
So you don't have a lot of things.
We was like this before the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps somebody I probably would not be against marrying.
Mm-hmm.
So say we did get married.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went through all the same stuff we went through during the pregnancy because none of that had nothing to do with going out or other people.
Mm-hmm.
It was just strictly between me and her.
Mm-hmm.
And we wouldn't have been able to get through that.
I think, I'll say this. Children don't make a relationship easier. And I think us women kind of have that mindset like, oh, if I get pregnant, like things will be better because it'll be like this nice baby. It's more hard because you have to put a lot of the energy is into the child. And so you're probably not getting cute or you're not getting your nails done or you're not just nurturing your relationship with yourself or your partner. Like y'all come first and then the child. If y'all not, together, then how you raise a child is going to be affected a certain type of way. And so it is going to be hard having a child. You just got to kind of better plan for it. Like we got to make sure we have our date nights. We got to make sure we having communication. Like if you feeling some type of way, like we friends first. Like let me know as your friend this how I'm feeling. And let's get this right so they don't, spill over into the child. So even if you get married, you have a baby.
I don't know. See, I think marriage.
You gotta put more work in.
Marriage being used as something else, I think, in a situation, because if we're not working, it's being maybe perhaps used as a crutch or something, or at least a incentive to make it work. Like,
yeah,
we gotta fight more than we would have if we would just gotta.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it. That's why they create bounds in sports.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta have something that's gonna keep you in check.
Damn, that was dope. I ain't like that. I don't like that, but I thought about that just now. You can't just go out of bounds, shoot 3-pointers and shit.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in the line.
There's things in order for a reason.
Yeah. You on the court. That's the merge right there.
You need some rule changes every
couple of years.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Let's make it safer. Let's make sports safer.
People preach, communication and don't have it.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
Communication is people say communication is key, right? You know what I just thought? No, I learned. Comprehension is a lot more better.
Comprehension is a lot more better.
I talk to you all.
Every girl who don't comprehend communication is key had the worst communication problems.
No, that's a fact, and I think that we have to cater to our audience. So if I say a type of thing and my dude react like mad about it, then it's like, okay, how can I say how I feel in a way that he'll be open to receiving? And so you gotta know who you're talking to and make the adjustment instead of like, that's just how I am, that's just how I talk, like, get with it.
Man, people who set in their ways.
One thing I hate, like the females go, oh, you roll your eyes at me for what? I'm talking to you, like,
See,
God damn.
That's why I say, like they say communication, and then she be sitting around, somebody I know sitting around just looking mad all day. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
No communication right there. I'm like, I know something is wrong with you. Like,
I can feel it.
You can't hide it.
The shit's steaming off you, your energy, your vibes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta know who you're dealing with too. So, if I was, the girls that always preach about communication and don't communicate, if I'm walking around with an attitude and my body language, that's communicating something to you, even I'm not verbally saying it, you can see it. You could ask me like something wrong, I'm like, no. You know it is. You don't need to keep asking me what's wrong. Unfortunately, we can really be childish. You don't need to keep asking me what's, is something wrong because you see something wrong. Just more so like, is there anything that I can do to maybe support you better or make you feel better? Or did you want to do something? Or if somebody's like visibly distraught, duh. So what are you going to do to maybe make them feel better if you actually good? If you're, your cup is full, you positive, you feel good, and you see this person is down, you should be able to have some sort of energy to make them feel
better. But I seen like, I learned this too. So even like my partner was asking like, you okay, you good? I'm like, nah, not really, but just give me time to process.
That's good.
Yeah, just give me time to process. I'm not good, but I might be tripping in my head. I might take
that's good communication.
I might take this little bit, see if I can go boom. Hold on.
You're admitting to not being okay.
There you go.
Let me process. Let me process. I'm gonna sit back on it. They come like, you know what? I was tripping earlier. Everything good. You might say some shit that might. I was on the edge. He said some shit to me. Might have on the edge. I didn't want to argue with you, so I sit back and process it, and then like, it's cool. Then you probably, you still okay? You okay? I'm good, bro. I'm good. I process this shit.
Is marriage your desire and goal? And what is it that you're looking forward to the most, if so?
Yes, I would like to be married. And what am I looking forward to the most? Family unit. I would love to. It's trivial, but there's times where I'm thinking about like, I don't know, like my husband disciplining our son, and we be on the same page with consequences and stuff like that. And then like when we go back to the room, I'm high five and I'm like, ah! Like, it's just, yeah, it's more like teamwork.
Your son fucking acting up? Here we go. I'll be there. Come on.
Yeah, it's like the
Dad, no! No, you shouldn't have started. Look, you didn't argue with my woman. You argue with your mom.
Yeah.
It's my woman. It's my lady. It's your mother, but it's my woman. It's
just
my lady.
being on the same page because, again, it's like y'all first and then the kid.
I tell her sometimes, you ain't fucked up. It's your mother, it's your grandmother. But I'll beat your ass for this shit. We cool. We got a bond, but you breaking the bond. I got right here. Exactly. By disrespecting this. You knew. I tell them, you knew. You knew this.
I guess I did know the mother first.
You got to. You knew. Like, you have to, like, you knew. Like, boy, like, this is me and her. We would jump you. Tell them, like, we would jump you. Like, you are a kid, we would jump you. This is the unit. You gotta follow this rules. We the captain, just command us and shit.
I mean, that sound cool.
It is cool. This kids play on the
somewhere in the middle, but I won't have 10 kids.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a lot.
It's a prize sperms.
That's a lot.
Probably just like 6, but I'd have had to start a little younger.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a little too old to have
I think if I had, like I said, if I had financial stability, I wouldn't mind. If I could take care of the home, the woman, and be a great man. That's all they ask for these days.
10 kids.
Not a lot.
No, it sounds fun. No, it sounds fun. The only thing I think about is it is a lot that comes with it, and then you have the kid that feels like they're not being seen.
Then that kid's fucking tripping.
You might not be.
No, because it's
I got a bro who be tripping too.
It's different, like when everybody hangs out together. But sometimes you want your one-on-one time with your dad or your one-on-one time with your mom. I don't want you to meet all 9 of them.
Yeah, you ask for it.
Sometimes kids don't feel comfortable speaking up or don't know how. Like it's the parents' job to be like, hey, how do you feel?
I do, because I got one kid. I ask what's wrong. He goes, nothing. How's school? Nothing. How's your life? Nothing. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Nothing's going on, but that's my one kid.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I would want to have more because as a human being, like, he's older now.
Maybe the other ones to talk to me.
I'm feeling left out as a parent. He's growing up.
You gotta know the questions to ask. How was school? I'm gonna just say good. But what is it that you liked about school? You know, what
They gave some cue cards from school too. They gave me some like fucking 50 stats that had to ask the kids questions.
See, because if you ask me a yes or no question, I'm gonna give you yes or no answer.
Straight up answer. How was school? You did homework? No. Say, bro, it's like 3-4 weeks of school. You don't no homework. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, the report card probably gonna come out as a wrap for you. But he like me. I don't know if he does this shit or not. This thing come up with grades. I'm like, how you do this? I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? But you doing some shit, you doing it a little too. Like, I don't know. I'm proud of you.
Let me see your homework. Ask your niggas for their homework.
Do they still have agenda books?
Nope. They got shit they get sent home. You can look, got something called Class Dojo. I can go look at his shit right now.
Well, then that's what you need to do.
When
you say, do you have homework?
Now they make you pay for the exclusive though. $30 a month for some school shit. I said, how you gonna charge me to see my school?
That's
Hey, you charging me for to see some shit you about to provide me? Crazy.
Yeah, you could have seen it before. You could see it earlier.
It's like the goals in life for me as a man, becoming a man these days. Cause I thought man was a man when I was 20. I was still a young man. And then I'm becoming a man. Then I'll be an older man. But right now, in my 30s, I get my shit together. That's how I feel about life.
How long you been trying to get your stuff together?
Since I was like 28.
And do you feel like you're disciplined with it, or you get yourself on
I'll say I'm not a disciplined person. I'm more of a spiritual free flow. Like, if it's not hurting me, I don't care about it.
It might be hindering you from getting where you want to be sooner.
Yeah, well, I know. Like I said, I'm a free flow. I free flow. I hit the wall, but I'm gonna go up it, go around it. I'm gonna get around the wall eventually. I'm just free flowing.
So you just having fun right now?
I'm just living life. Okay. I had, like I said, I had a baby when I was 19, so I was an adult. Take it old enough to kind of like take care of itself and let me know things. But now I'm a full-time father. Okay. Now I'm just getting my 20s back in my 30s, cause now he's 11.
I'm starting to try and get his groove back.
There you go.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
I don't know, man. Me personally, I'm trying not to ever lose my groove. I'm gonna stay in it.
I was a father, a house dad, all type of shit, man.
See, that's the thing. Like, it's cool. Like, I didn't plead house per se.
It's fun.
It is.
It has its times, but I don't really think that was my favorite period in life.
I said that too. You was young.
Like, yeah, I wasn't even that young, nigga. I was shit.
I'm just saying, man. You see your friends and shit doing like that shit. But
nah, see, y'all niggas wasn't doing that. That's why I was in the house. Like, my kid not 11, nigga. My son about to be 3. My son about to be 3, so I just recently was playing house. But that wasn't the most fun part of my life. I had a good time, you know what I'm saying? You know, I get it sometimes, you know, coming home. Motherfuckers looking forward to you coming home, waking up, seeing motherfuckers. But I don't know, my thing just belong in the streets.
Nah, see, I don't think that shit. As a dude though, man, I know the happiest times of my life was family times.
Hey, that shit don't even be having nothing to do with like having like a lot of women. It just be
women.
But
I found out too many between problems. Between problems.
Being outside, being outside kind of different. That shit just probably might be in my blood. Man.
Define being outside.
Enjoying his life, going to
partying.
Just having fun.
Yeah, but we party with a purpose here though now. You know
yeah, but that's something. But it's partying.
Cause I'm saying like we
in the streets, you party thinking you out here hoeing. It's not hoeing.
I'm not relating to people. Like, what does that look like?
And I would say where we do with the podcast, we got like a camera. We go out, we take pictures, we record, but we be in like clubs and stuff like that, and it be to the point we did it enough. People know our name. They don't even know our name individually, like they know the podcast name. Yeah. But that feel good though. Like being outside, being around love. Like we go, you know what I'm saying? When we walk in the joint, we go every Tuesday.
So why can't you do that playing house?
It's kind of hard.
Cause I'm gonna have to come home and somebody complain about me being
out. That's who you chose.
It's kind of hard.
That's who you choose. Because if y'all have an understanding that you have a brand that you're trying to build, and this is what. I do understand. It's the person, because I do understand, like, you know, want to do whatever you want to do and not have to answer to
but that's selfish. That's being selfish. I want to be selfish.
At the same time, you don't gotta sit in the house all the time. You have a whole podcast that you have going on. You know, you want to go to the clubs and kind of, you know, be in the midst, get your brand and your name out there. That's when you with somebody who understands that, they're not gonna take it
But that takes sacrifice on their part, because it could be times like I might gotta go out 4 times, 5 times this week.
Then that's something that's discussed ahead of time, not don't tell me the day of, or I gotta go.
I wouldn't want to do that to nobody, because I feel like if people will accept it, even though they really don't agree with it.
They don't agree with it.
Again, you have to find somebody that aligns with what it is that you want.
That's crazy though, because the person that you could deal with at first, they cool with.
When you deal with an entrepreneur, they understand. That's what I'm saying. If you got with one, they understand what goes into it. A person that doesn't understand that lifestyle is going to be upset and hound you about it.
Cause the day I quit my job, I sat on the bed, cried. My girl was there. I cried. I was like, I quit my job after 6 years. I love this shit. I'm passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? But I said it's not for me no more. They started treating me like, cause COVID-19, they started trying to make you do shit. You work extra hours. I'm like, I started like a robot. I'm not loving my passion no more. I'm like, dude, I'm about to quit. And she was there this first time and say, I'm with you. Go ahead and quit. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I took all the women support my life. It's like, decisions, big decisions. Man, I'm like, I'm gonna quit. And then, that shit been 2 years. I ain't look back. I ain't have a job, but I ain't homeless. None of that shit. I ain't have a job. I've been entrepreneurship for a while. So, our partner been putting up with it. And then it's like, I'm doing it more aggressively now. Now I'm on the full throttle. Now she's like, oh shit, he really. I understand how she's trying to deal with it, but it's not how it was at first. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't the boom. Now it's the boom. Like, oh, he not here. He not.
And that's where, as long as you're in open communication, I think if somebody's mind is like wondering, like, dang, you left the house at 9 a.m. This, 1 o'clock, what's going on? You haven't like touched bases.
I tell bitches. I do tell bitches. I tell bitches. But it don't matter.
I mean, no, it does. I mean,
have you dated somebody that like that?
No, I've dated younger, meaning when I was younger and they were younger, so we didn't have no car. You work a little.
So, but now you're an entrepreneur and you're entrepreneurship now. Did that relationship even quit to your mind, or you like, fuck it, there's more than focus on me?
I was doing both, and that person was doing both too. So it worked. The time together wasn't an issue. It was the people I come in contact with was more of an issue.
So do you with your podcast, does your podcast have you out? Like you could be networking. Like are you out a lot?
It did in the beginning because I was really trying to, get the brand out there. But then once everybody, I'm not going out by myself. Meaning, I will go out to eat by myself. I will go to the movies by myself. I can do a lot of stuff by myself. But I don't go to clubs anyway, so that don't even make a. Yeah, I've been getting back into it now because by nature I like sitting in the house. I sit in the house all day.
Oh shit.
Not do it. So those group of people were like, Tommy, you gotta go here, you gotta be out, we gotta go here, But when it's just me, I'm not going.
I can see that. I can do that. I was like, I don't know. Shit fun though, going out sometimes, like, involve, like,
not by yourself though.
But it's just like, I see certain stuff, like, I might be out. I ain't even thinking about calling nobody. I ain't gotta call nobody.
I feel like if I smoked and drank and like, out first on tables and stuff like that, then yeah, I probably would enjoy it. But for me, I would feel alone. Like that's why when I know people like, smoke and drink and they're having a kickback that's geared towards that, I won't go because I know how I would feel if I was a smoker and drinker and there's the one person not doing it. I'd be like, what are you even here for? Like, what did you come? You're not indulging, you're not engaging.
I'm glad you're not like that.
I would just stay home, so.
I got people that come around, but I just want to come and hang with you. And they be like, I gotta go step out because it's too much smoke. I'm like,
why did you even come to begin with?
Oh, I open the window.
But we definitely get
why you open the window? I got contact, I'm high as shit. I didn't push you in this situation. You wanted to come. You feel me?
Exactly.
So it'll be like, you ready to go?
That could be somebody wanting to be around you just to be around you.
That's not good.
Well, you could be around when they're not around. Everybody else are doing that particular thing.
Yeah, but then comes with that, like it could be like if I'm living a certain type of life, I guess it could be the person, like, but it could be me too. Like you say, things change.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't out like this all the time. Now I am. Now you worried about what I'm doing a little more.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck I am too. I'm still growing as a human being too. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's where communication comes. Effective communication.
Comprehension. I like comprehension is way more than communication.
That's why you hit them with
I can talk to you all I want. If you're not receiving that
how
shit.
do you know if a person receives it?
Because I just gotta keep repeating shit to you next 3-4 conversations.
So
Communication.
then that's when you gotta say, does it make sense what I said? Or
I saw that.
you say that?
I feel like it's the most disrespectful shit I've said to somebody.
Like I
Do you understand me?
No, you say it. No, you gotta take the fault. You gotta take the fault. You gotta deal with the. You gotta say sometimes maybe I don't communicate the best, so I just want to make sure that
I'm very blunt. I'm leaving like this shit. So I'm really blunt. Like,
sometimes you might not communicate the best with the person not getting what you're saying. So that's why you put it on you versus it making it. Again, you gotta know your audience. So people will get mad and you put it on you. Sometimes I don't really get my words right and it's not really coming out the way that I want. But am I making sense? Because sometimes I might not even just put it on you.
Yeah, my mother told me that, but I was like, Mom, you still a woman too. So we argue all the time. She said, why you yelling at me? I'm saying, I'm not yelling at you, Mom. I'm talking. I'm just a grown man now. I'm just, you basing at me, but you're basing at a base. It's like, hold on. Why you screaming at me? I'm human too. I got feelings. Calm down. Why are you shouting?
Yeah, a lot of times, as women, we do the same thing y'all do, but because you're a man, it comes out differently. And it's like
you see a nigga get all big and flare like, what the fuck are you talking?
But it's like
angry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He about to slash us across the table. He might slide me, but hey, they gonna hit me. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing they want to do. You tripping.
So back when y'all, what is the goal with the podcast?
Podcast? Oh man. Get out, get noticed, spread the love, spread the whole community, get everybody going in the community. That's why I tell everybody, I think New York got a base, Atlanta got a base, LA got a base, but everybody come to DC, we don't have no base.
That's a fact.
Everybody in base here and go. They said, wait, everybody start here and go, that's the way. They go to the LAs, the Atlantas, or New Yorks, or Florida, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody stays here for real.
I'm thinking expansion too though, like different shows. Most of like a network type thing, different shows. We got other shit that we do. It's just not more. It's something like we got Mental Monday as a segment. People come talk. Midnight Snacks, cooking show. We got a sports drink coming. But I just want. But that's all like people already on it. Want to incorporate having other people. But like I say, under the network. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps if they need something, we can provide that with them. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, sort of like a base at the end of the day.
Like how your 15 started out, was you seeing how your 15 people, we want to do the same thing. He got something, I got something, someone got something, someone got something. But it's still the brand. You still bring under one umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Like corporation type of thing.
They got like Revolt. Yeah, like different podcasts under the joint, even though they weren't all created under Revolt. Nah, they operate under it, so they probably assist with stuff that they need, production, stuff like that. Cause like what we do for real, show love. Like people, hey, what kind of podcast? We do episodes, interviews. What type of people we interview? All type of interviews. We had clothing line, DJ, people that bake, people with edibles, pole dancers. Not really no
fashion artists.
Not really no one box. What's your bigger picture with your podcast?
That's a good question. It's changed so much. I would say I would like it to become a full-blown talk show with that production.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely like that. Like you said, a base in this area where if someone is coming out of town to come to the DMV area, it's like, I gotta make the stop here, I gotta make the stop here. Like how they have 95.5 and 93.9.
And you got the other things that's coming like the rap mics or stuff like that.
I don't even know what that is.
They drop the mic down.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming in too. But yeah.
Yeah, so like, if you entertain or something, you gotta stop past this.
You gotta touch down.
Exactly.
Like the hottest food place. It's like, come here, so get everybody know you've been here in the city for real.
Yeah.
And then we get this network together, connect together.
Unfortunately, it's gonna take certain people to be a part of it for everybody else to jump ship.
Do you have a plan to put that in place?
Because I go in and out of media a lot because once I start seeing it for what it is and it really is this big circus I'm like, do I even really care to play the game to try to do certain stuff and have certain, headlines, and I don't, it's like, but you have to do that for that, but then the part of me is like, I just want to be me. Like, if you mess with it, you mess with it. You don't, you don't. So it's kind of hard. And that's where the team comes into place because you have the more logical people that be like, take the emotion out of it. This is the goal that you want to happen. You need to do these certain things.
Yeah. I would say, I feel like, I guess you got to step outside yourself a bit. As long as you're not really hurting yourself, I feel like it's okay if it's going to help you in the long run. But, it's a vision. It's possible.
Yeah.
You got a 5 to 10 year plan?
Yes.
Okay, what's your goals in the next 5 to 10 years?
I'll be married.
Married? What else we do?
Would you do a couples podcast?
I've tried. But what happens when the couple's not a couple? I think after marriage is probably
Alright, when you get married.
When I get married, that would be cool.
Okay.
But and that's another thing. In podcasts, everybody feels like they're an expert, and it's.
I don't know shit.
My opinion,
I don't know shit about nothing.
It can get overset. Like, people started to know me before the kickback when I was talking about relationships, because it's something I enjoy talking about. But I'm not married. And I was talking about it when I wasn't in a relationship. People didn't, I didn't tell people that, but it's still, I don't know, it's like taking advice from a person about your health that's not a doctor.
You play sports and you commentating? You're a sports commentator, you play sport? You don't know shit about it.
You know what I mean? So I kind of like dialed back and I was like, well, let me just ask other people stuff. I'll just, set up that for them to say their opinion. But here and there, I'll say some stuff.
Okay. You got anything you want to tell anybody before we wrap it up?
I appreciate being here.
Oh, I appreciate you being here. You can tell them follow you again.
On Diamond B Frazier on Instagram and the Kickback DMV at Instagram as well.
Go check that out.
Go
follow, go like, subscribe, comment.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming through to the Unpleasant Thoughts. I appreciate you coming through to the I appreciate you coming through to the Unpleasant Thoughts podcast. Your boy Sly Got No Lie.
Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo.
Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you.
Sit down.